this session is for the report from Dr. Meirambek about the ICT faculty as a whole at Paragon International University. And so, no further ado, may we have Dr. Meirambek start the presentation for the report, since we have like a short time for that. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I think I can. So one of our vision as a faculty to show what we have done in 1 year as a report. So I will present this year's activities or achievements, what we have done, and what our future plans. And if you have questions, I think you can ask at the end of this presentation. Okay, let's begin it. Okay. So first I will talk about general information about our faculty, then about our faculty staff, students, advisory board, our activities, our achievements, and future plans. So everyone knows that we have two departments, the Department of Computer Science and Department of Management Information Systems. So we have MIS and CS departments, undergraduate programs, and we have postgraduate program, which is called Master of Science in MIS. So we have MIS Master Program. This is a link to our CS department. We have 3 links. The first is linked on our main page, Paragon. We have Facebook page, and we have internal website. The same for MIS. We have link to our main page, Paragon, our Facebook page, and our internal website. So we try to put some news or maybe information in our internal website, and some posts in our Facebook page, and this one more like for prospective students. Okay, in our faculty we have 3, like we have other people. Let's begin. It's me, Meirambek, have Dr. Amrudi, head of CS department, and Ms. Chanstachita Pong, program coordinator of MIS. We have Dr. Daniel, who is a faculty member. We have Ms. Flor, and we have Ms. Salvatana. She is my assistant of dean. We have Ms. Reitiv, she is assistant of Dr. Amrudi, under CS department. We have Mr. Hengsov Van and Mr. Pizdar. So these are our administrative assistant. This is general. So they are responsible for Facebook page. Ms. Reitiv helps to Dr. Amrudi, and continue. So we have our part-time instructors like Anke Rabong, Chamron Kim, Dip Bundip, Najmatin Salai, Nel U, Ngochai Tauch, Recep Hikimov, Rina Bui, Sambat Chavang Na, Sinachir Tai, and Sotera Venk. So we have 11 part-time instructors in our faculty. Now let's talk about students. So we have, let's begin from CS. So if you look for senior students, we have 14 senior students, whereas 1 female and 13 male. We have juniors, also 13, whereas male is 13 and 0 female. We have sophomore, 19, and we're 7 male and 2 female, and we have 51 freshman students, which is a huge number for CS, where we have 10 female and 41 male. So the last year we have a huge number of freshmen, and I hope so that it will continue. This one. And this is the last statistics, because at the beginning it was 65, I think, or 69 even, but some of them withdraw. So we have now 51 freshman students. And the advantage that we have 10 female and 41 male students. What about MIS? MIS, as you can see, we have 14 as a senior, 10 male, 4 female. We are junior 14, 12 male, 2 female. We are sophomore 17, 12 and 5, and we have freshman 21. Again, as a freshman, as at the beginning of it was 29, but we have now 21. So this is a last number. Okay, so 21, 13, and 8. So we are, and I hope that next year this number will be more. Okay, so we see that there is some growth, and let's see how many students we will have this year. Okay, and for master students, we have only 5 master students. We don't have any second year now. It's a first year, so we have 4 males and 1 female. This female is Miss Riti, and male are, one of them is Mr. Richard Pikimov, our instructor. So this is total situation of our students. Okay, for last 2 years, we have each department, computer science and MIS, have its own advisory board. Okay, so advisory board is people who wants to help to improve our curriculum. We have 2 meetings. The first one is mostly happens on April or May, and second one is November or December. So we have 2 meetings, like 2 years, and so mostly head of department of CS and head department of MIS are organizing these meetings. So this year we have in May 2021, and it was online because of the COVID. And I think that we will improve our curriculum up to this advices from the advisory board. Okay, for CS department advisory board, we have Mr. Neil Owen, Mr. Lee Hyun-Kok, our alumni, Mr. Narendra Strong, also our alumni, Mr. Daravisal P, and Mr. Sowan Chen, Dr. Sowan Chen. So we have 5 persons. If you enter to our internal website of CS department, you can read more information about them. So where are they from, where they're working now, what their interest. Nice. For MIS, we have 6 persons. So we have Dr. Liu Fu. We have Mr. Jasinder Singh, that's from SMART, you can see. Mr. Savanarot Kank is our alumni, MIS alumni. We have Mr. Van de Lee, I think from Deloitte. We have Mr. Sowana Young, our MIS alumni, and Mr. Soteng Sky. Soteng Sky from also our 2020 alumni of MIS. Okay, and up to these advices, and we are trying to improve our curriculum. Okay, so now let's go to our activities. Which activities do we have? First of all, we have Paragon U Hackathon. I think some will participate on it. So we have 2020, now we have 2021. I hope that we will be 2020. It's fully organized by our senior students of MIS and CS. Yeah, this year it was a little bit challenging because in 2 days we changed a lot of models, but we have, so it's, you can go to this website and see their results. We have IT Day, what we are doing today. So where we want to bring alumni, maybe our students together and see what our final projects, maybe others. We have a Shikan Code. It's organized by Dr. Amrudi. It's a special program for females that our ICT faculty try to teach them for basics of programming. Okay, basics of programming. We have UCAN Code. It's workshops for high school students, and where we teach some web development, programming, Python, and some others. So we have this. We have MIS Challenge. It was organized by MIS department. So it was, I think, 1 month challenge. So we have here Hong Seng Seng, Watan Nasrey, and Samnan Sakal. They take this championship. Okay, and I hope that next year we will continue to do this challenge under MIS. We have Cambodia CS Cup. It's a more, not just for our internal, it's more external. So we have a lot of, as you say, KIT, LUPP, EUPP, UP. We have partners, we have PNC, sponsors. So it's a big event. It's a 1 month event. We have 4 rounds. And I think it's already finished. We have top 20 students, right? And I hope next weeks we will make awarding ceremony for these top 20 students. And now we are preparing presents for them. This year we don't have a lot, but we have tech talks. So we have 2 students, two lecturers who make these tech talks. So one of them was our alumni, Mr. Piset, and then the second one is Sam. So we try to do this type of events for our students. And we have a special course called iConnect. So the main idea of this iConnect is to give students earn academic credits working in the company. So this year we tried to make iConnect in Paragon. So there was 3 students who was working in our ERP department as a developers. And if you enter to this website, iConnect, you can see their experience. They write their, I think, yeah, they write their experience. And from next year, we are thinking to make it more like, not inside of Paragon, we maybe go to outside of Paragon to go to some companies. And the responsible person for all of this iConnect is Miss Flora. We have wrapped. It was unsuccessful project for us. Normally, we have University of Technology Petronas, UTM, UTP. So we try to make a virtual research attachment program, but it was not working. Normally, we have 4 or 5 students. We send their list, but I'm not sure. Last time when we connect them, there is no. Normally, the idea was that they will help to our students to do more research with UTP, but I'm not. I don't know why, but it's not working well. Okay, maybe I hope that next week will work more. Okay. Now let's go to our achievements. First, one of the main achievements is that our Facebook page have more than 4,000 likes. So here it's not our posts, our general Facebook page have more than 4,000 likes. It means that more than 4,000 people are following it. Our one student, Mrs. Sophia Do, CS, and we have Mrs. Rizal Son, who is from the US. They are champion. They were champion in Build on Cambodia hackathon. Okay, so there was a Amazon. There was a hackathon organized by Amazon web server, and they are champions of this track. Track is SGB Bank. We have achievements. We under the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, there was a competition called Youth 21. So our team, Paragon Team Cersity, where we have Kim Jin-pen, Lim Korn-sok, and Lim Eng-sim. They are CS, and MIS students. They are, I think here, Cersity Online Community. They are come to the 10 best teams, and they are taking now some online courses to do this. And our mentor was Miss Ritiv Sekai, who is our star student and helped to Dr. Amodi. We have Peak Day Hen, it's a CS student who come to the ideation incubation program Anchor 500. So they are, they pass to this last phase, and I hope that they will do a lot of business and gain more knowledge. We have Smart Start. We have 4 teams who are in the third stage called Techpreneurship Bootcamp. So on the first and second week of August, and then top 5 team will receive 3 months paid internship. So we have 4 teams from our department of CS, LA, and some MIS, so like this one. So we try to follow this. Okay, as I said, in Cambodia CS Cup, we have 3 our students in the top 3. It's an important SOC from CS, Chikang Eng from CS, the senior student Sumarila Lay. And this is our female student, and she's a freshman. I hope that next year she can be more in it. Okay, and it's not our achievement, it's a like university achievement. Our university achievement that we will take the World Bank grant, CAPE, Higher Education Improvement Project, and our CS department under this project. So now I hope that we are trying to improve. One of the main goals of this project is to improve our CS in curriculum. Of course, it's not just CS and MIS curriculum, we are together, but we have this CAPE achievement. We have a STAR program. Our STAR students and Administrative Sarai and Sawatana C. So we have a STAR program where we give a full scholarship, 100 scholarship to students, and they can stay in Paragon and also be some positions like help to our head of departments, or maybe work in some other place, and also we paid some stipend for this month. So it's changed up between 2, 3, 4, 5, and some place. Okay. And yesterday, just yesterday, when we was preparing this email, now we are part of our Educate program. So it's just yesterday. It's new, totally new, fresh news for us. So Amazon Web Server have a program called Educate. In Cambodia, there are 4 universities. I said so. We are the 5th university who are eligible for Amazon Web Server Educate program. Okay, and our future plans are ongoing. So we want to continue our standard hackathon, Cambodia CS, MIS, Chala Shikan code, UCAN code. We will continue for our higher education improvement project. This year we have a Dean's List, so students who have a high GPA will be in the Dean's List and take some achievement diploma or document that shows that he's on Dean's List. We have iConnect program, so our goal is to make it more industry, not just internal in Paragon. Maybe future plans to make not Amazon Educate, go to Amazon Academy. It's also to teach us how cloud computing. For our advisory board, we want to add some international experts. We have some Ms. Borita's research, which is called CS Student Profile Research. So we want to go CS and MIS different, good, and continue to this research. We are planning to make a student innovation hub, but not maybe under ICT faculty. Maybe it will be under. I have a position of vice director. Maybe it will be more good. So we are still thinking. But I hope that Ms. Chan Sochita will help to us. She has a huge experience on this type of innovation hubs while she was studying, working in Canada and Australia. We are planning to find more STAR students for our faculty and update our internal website. So every time when you have some questions, don't contact your health department. You can go to website, find your need information quickly. Okay, so this is our future plans, ongoing, and we have in plan. So HAPE have second phase that it will spend. Give out more money and maybe more big projects. We have iConnect industry. Maybe in the future we can do iConnect research, like researchers. So maybe students who want to do research, we can continue. We are planning not just Amazon Academy, we are planning other academies. So students will have more opportunity to take some certification programs. Of course, add internet expense to advisory boards. If we can, we open CS Master, MIS, CS PhD program. So now we have MIS Master only, so we are planning to open the CS Master. I'm not sure when, and maybe if we can open this MIS and CS PhD programs. We have a project to do a fund. It's a Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So a club where our students can work on this company. So prepare them a career so they can work on these companies. We have Cambodia CS Cup, but we are thinking about Cambodia Cup Junior. So more for high school students, because we see that most in Cambodia CS Cup we have most university students, less only 6 or 5 high school students. So we are planning to make something like Cambodia Cup Junior and Cambodian Mathematics Olympiad. So this is our in plan. Okay, so after doing this presentation, I really want to say thanks to Dr. Amrudu and Ms. Chan Suchita, because they have done a job. To our instructors like Ms. Flo, Dr. Danya, Mr. Recep, and other part-time, full-time instructors. To all our assistants, Ms. Riti, Ms. Savatana, Ms. Sofia, Ms. and others who are helping us, like 2 days for today's day, or maybe some other days for Shikan Code or whatever we have. To all CS and MIS students, because all this is done for you. So if there is no students, no events, so we want to say thanks. And of course to Paragon U administration staff for this 2021 academic year. As I see that even in these strange times, we have done a lot of events and activities, and we have taken a lot of achievements, which is very good for us. I think it's very, I think it will be, maybe for us, makes me motivation for next academic years. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me, please. I try to finish on time, so you have 4 or 5 minutes for questions. Do you have any questions, please? Okay. Mr. Neil, you see, I'm a good instructor. I teach it everything that students don't have any questions.
Yeah. Seems that almost all instructors experience the same thing.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir, for your very insightful presentation and report for ICT faculty. So I have like one question. So what is your advice or the tips that you want to give to ICT students as a whole? What should they prepare well for? Should they prepare or do for a good grade or prepare well for their future work as well?
I suggest for ICT faculty students, I yesterday when I was in the presentation of Ms. Borita, I suggest to students to take some psychological tests to understand in which areas they are good and what they are like motivation. Because I see that most of our CS students maybe have a good knowledge, they have maybe good skills, but they must understand which skills they can use in which area. So they must ask questions like, who am I? This question can be done by maybe some tests, maybe ask their friends in which area, maybe ask their professors. I don't know. So saying that in which areas they can grow, because you cannot be best in everything. You can be best in some areas. So if you understand in which areas you are good and make a career path up to this, I think it will be more successful. And what I see will take at least 5 or 6 years, at least. So for example, you want to go to digital marketing. Why? Because people say that you are thinking creatively, you like marketing, you like this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if you begin now, I think after 5 years, you will be one of the experts in Cambodia. But you cannot go digital marketing, you cannot go data science, you cannot go to game development, you cannot go to mathematics, you cannot do this, all those things you cannot do. Okay, so my side, what I see, and it's insightful for me, and maybe next year I will think about how to organize maybe this type of test or something like this one to find the best one, because the problem with this test that they are sometimes are fake. So if I can find someone which will cost us less money or maybe give some more, because a lot of tests find the profession, your behavior, your psychological, your mental, you see. This is the first what I suggest for you. Second, find a mentor. And maybe not even one, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 maybe mentors. I suggest you also find some mentors. And find a mentor who are really expert in this area. So for example, you cannot go and ask someone who is not good on this area and his questions. I think it's a little bit stupid. So for example, you want to have a good health, find someone who is really good on this health and go to him and ask him how to work, how to be in good health, how to do some exercise. But you want to be good on I don't know, in artificial intelligence, you cannot go to the same doctor. You have to go to another one and ask him. So for example, I want to grow in this area. What do you suggest? Okay, so I think people must have maybe 3 or maybe 4, maybe 5 different mentors, and hope that they will help you to grow. Okay, but don't be best in everything. My suggestion. You can be best in 2 or 3 areas, what I see in my life experience. You cannot be best in everything. Okay? But which areas? This is a big question. So I suggest to take maybe some tests, read some books, ask your friends, maybe relatives. Okay? And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of falling down, really. It will cost you a small money, so you will just lose one, maybe 2 days, which is nothing really. When you look from bird perspectives. Okay. Other questions?
Okay, so thank you, sir, for your answers, and thank you everyone for joining this session. I think we should finish it here, and after this session, we have another 2 guest speakers sharing 2 different topics, and also the senior student presentation as well in the afternoon. So again, thank you for joining, and see you in another room. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.